Upper step out of the blind.
Yes, sir. The spot is yours.
What? Go. Upper step back, turn around, move out. Transport. Transport. Halt. Robbie and Ginger, IGP, protection.
5 steps, please. You can put the leash on.
Halt.
Now, Robbie with Ginger Caliente. Search for the helper. Blinds 1, 2, and 3 are searched without fault. Blinds 4 and 5 just slightly wide upon exit. This is a very good exercise. A hold and bark. From the very beginning, the dog's barking and guarding is very nice, but slightly more dominance into the helper. The dog barks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and comes back a little bit, and comes back to the helper. The call out needs to be slightly more direct to the handler, but it remains in the low, very good category. Prevention of an escape. The obedience is in order to the down position. When released, the dog goes very fast into the helper. The grip here is full at the very beginning, but the grip needs to be calmer, especially as we get toward the end of the escape and before the out comes. The out needs to be slightly cleaner overall. She takes 2 tastes of it on the way out. She needs to come off all in one motion. The guarding here could just be slightly stronger here. It's not bad, just slightly more intense, but it remains in the low, very good category. Defense against an attack. Here the grip is full, right from the very beginning. The dog is unfazed here as the pressure comes from the helper. The out here needs to be cleaner overall. Again, it's the same comment as before. The dog needs to out all in one motion, not take 2 small tastes of the sleeve on the way out. The guarding here needs to be slightly stronger, especially as the handler gets close. She barks at the helper and then looks back at you twice, but it still remains in a low, very good category. The back transport. The dog and handler team under prescribed 7 to 8 paces away from the helper. It is excellent. Attack on the dog out of the back transport. The dog comes with good power into the helper, but the grip here from the very beginning needs to be slightly fuller, and as the drive goes on, it needs to be slightly calmer. We have 3 adjustments of the grip all the way up until the out comes. The out just needs to be slightly cleaner here. It's not as bad as the previous 2, but still, it's not all in one motion off the sleeve. The guarding here, again, needs to be slightly stronger overall. The dog needs to show slightly more focus to the helper, especially when the handler gets close. The side transport is without fault. This is the highest of good. Attack on the dog out of motion. The dog and handler team show good obedience down the field. The dog sits calmly in the watch position. When the dog comes down the field, with very good speed, but should show slightly more power into the helper. She gathers a little bit before the helper. We need to see that same power coming all the way straight through the helper. The grip here needs to be fuller right from the very beginning. She gets about a half a grip here. She doesn't try to change the grip once put on the ground. During the pressure phase of the helper, the grip needs to be calmer, especially just before the out, and the out here needs to be slightly cleaner overall. The guarding here, this guarding is the best that she has all day. The dog actually shows dominance into the helper, but overall the exercise remains in a high good. Defense against an attack. The dog reacts very well, but right from the very beginning, the grip needs to be fuller. It's full on one side, but open on the other. The grip here needs to be slightly calmer just before the out. The out here needs to be slightly cleaner overall. This time I counted 3 small tastes of the sleeve on the way out. Come off all at once. The guarding at first is very nice. It's a good picture, but as the guarding wanes on, she should show slightly more focus to the helper. She should, as you approach, the dog looks at you twice during the approach. And at the very beginning of the guarding, the dog is slightly bothering the helper. The final side transport is in order. Overall, this is a good. Today, TSB is pronounced 88 points, high good.